Welcome to Reel Outdoors. Captain Adam here. Today our topic is what baits are we looking forward to for 2022? So we got some awesome new products from a bunch of great companies. But we got to give a shout out to our sponsors, Bud Light and Captain Chuck's too. So let's meet those captains and get the show on the road.
Captain Phil Retherford, Catch a Bunch Charters, Grand Haven, Michigan.
Captain April Bosker, Seafleet Charters, Grand Haven, Michigan.
Captain Chris Bunda, On the Fly Charters, Grand Haven, Michigan.
Captain Jeremy Barber, Innuendo Charters, Grand Haven, Michigan.
Before we get to that topic, if you can hit that subscribe button, like and share this video, it'll help our channel grow. So let's get those captains in here and get this topic started.
So coming into 2022 with the fishing and just getting out some new baits and seeing what's coming out for this year's fishing year. I'm pretty excited to try out the Dreamweaver new 8-inch paddle spinning doctor. It has a retractable fin. I've been told too to kind of try it with the fin open and closed depending on the speed that you're going. You could try it a different way, but you can get it in different colors, and I don't know. Be a good way to try something new this year.
Yeah, we're excited about it as well. It should be available this summer, so definitely a new something to put in the arsenal.
New toys.
Some of the stuff that Big Weenie came out with this year that they have that's new was as far as in their 10-inch. There's a few here with they did a chrome series with the holes cut out, so the chrome of the blade shows through. This is a blue slick with the chrome dots. There's a green with silver fish scale that have the opening so you can see the flasher color shine through. They have some meat rigs to match. There's a chrome with blue glow, and then it has, so instead of putting the dots on the tape or on the flasher, they're basically just cutting the holes out so it shows the dots through the blades. So they have some, I don't know if Jeremy had the paddle with they got some too that they're going to try to put out with a cross-cut tape on them, similar to some of the other manufacturers and that look really nice. They just haven't put them out into production yet.
Yeah, so this one, this is a brand new one from them with the cross-cut tape. This one's called Uncle Touchy. And I think this is going to be a pretty solid paddle for us this year. So I picked a pickled can to put behind it. And I can't wait to get that one in the water. So that's going to be a good one. And I got the other new one from them, the Lumpy Rutherford. This chrome with the yellow. I think that's going to be good. High sun. Catch a lot of big kings on bright yellow in the high sun with chrome blades, with a matching meat rig here, so that'll be good. When we talked about what baits I'm excited to run for 2022, the good old Grand Haven special trout rig, the Stinger Yellow Jeans. This is, if you're not running this thing in Grand Haven, you're probably not trout fishing. So this is on every boat here. This particular one has just the, I don't know what, the yellow lightning spin and glow behind it. But we probably have a dozen of these on the boat, and with a variety of spin and glows. Either this is a size 2 spin and glow, so it's a little bit smaller with a tail on it. We run the size 0s a lot too with no tail. But our trout fishing is pretty good here. It's not as good as some other places, but there's a decent amount of lake trout, and we always try to catch as many fish for the customers as we can, which means that we're trout fishing every day. So, we try to maximize their catch and catch both silverfish and trout. And then we'll be leaving for Michigan City here in the next week or two, depending on the weather. And this particular combination of stingrays for me in Michigan City the last several years has been really good. That Stinger two-face UV and then the UV Confusion. these guys joke with me that I can't catch fish north of Grand Haven on them, but
I said I can't. Not you.
down south, this pair down south is lights out. I'll probably have it on both riggers as soon as we can get the boat down there. So those are the baits I'm excited to put in the water here for 2022.
We bought a lot of them last couple.
Yeah, I think I have more than a dozen for sure. So
We've done a lot of shopping. I'm just excited to get the boats in the water. I mean, it feels like it's been a long winter, and Mother Nature doesn't seem to want to quit. But I think with Jeremy, I hate to agree with him on those spoons, but down south they're great. They have been. The new stuff, I like all the new big weenie stuff looks really good that's coming out. I know Gary's posting some new stuff today. The chrome that Phil's got there, that and the green, I think is going to be phenomenal. Do you know the name of it? I don't know the name of it yet.
No, I only know the name of the one that Jeremy had
That's
just
for
because
you.
I got to hear about it.
But yeah,
Other than that, I'm not sure on the name. So
it's real interesting. I mean, I think this year especially, I think there's a lot of new stuff coming out. So Stinger's got the new paddle coming out, a lot of the new big weenie stuff. Dreamweaver, I think it seems like everybody's got new stuff coming out this year. So it'll be interesting. It always amazes me how much stuff changes in general, why the same stuff doesn't work every year, why every year it's always something new. But
I think we all have to be patient with the tackle manufacturers right now. That's something that we haven't talked about.
yeah, the supply chain.
But supply chain is terrible, and I have a lot of connections inside the tackle industry, and everyone's struggling to get tape and hooks, and it's a big struggle. So be patient with your tackle shops. I think that they're trying their best to get merchandise and get product in your hands, but for the most part, everyone's hands are pretty tied up. So
yeah, and I think probably the best advice anybody can get this year is if you see it and you think you're going to need it, buy it.
Yeah,
because
buy it.
I mean, I know
Buy 2 if you can.
Yeah.
divers. I mean, I know divers just came in. Shane just got divers in. I mean, if you see them and you think you need them, you better get them because I don't think it's going to be the year where you just want something you run to the bait shop.
Yeah, I heard, braid, some manufacturers with braid and also with fluorocarbon is going to be tough to get. Not that you should hoard it like toilet paper, but
please don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to order some more Suffix 832 the other day and they're out.
Yeah.
And I don't know when it's coming in. So
Bud Light, I heard they might get short, so you should just go buy a couple cases. And thanks for sponsoring this video, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna be lacking.
once I get them mounted, my 2 15-inch hummingbirds that I'm putting on the bow of my boat.
On the bow or
on the dash? They could be on the bow,
well,
depending.
15-inch, you could probably see them.
Yeah, because I didn't realize when I ordered them, I thought that's what I had, but I had 12. So now I'm going from 12s to 2 15s and a 12 on the back of the boat. So
that would be nice.
Yeah, if they mount all right. So
looks like you got some yak spoons hiding there.
I didn't, and we were kind of talking off camera, and I was telling Adam I wanted to pick his brain some more. I am really excited about the yak stuff. Not that it's new. Fireball lives on a 3-color for me all summer. That's not a secret I have to tell anybody. I really like the way they troll, I think, from a speed tolerance standpoint, but we just don't use enough of them. There wasn't a lot of places locally to get them.
Sure.
You know, when I walk into Captain Chuck's and you see this wall of these yak spoons and it's like, oh, that looks good. That looks good. And I just haven't done it. So Adam's kind of giving me some insight on a couple I'm going to have. So I sense a shopping trip coming and we're going to try that. I mean, it's everything I've used from yak I liked, so I can see it. I'm sure that'll translate to a couple different boats.
Yeah, for sure. I went on a little shopping spree last year too.
You already did. Yeah.
So what do you guys, how do you feel about this season coming up? Like, what are your thoughts? Where do you think we're heading?
I think we're gonna have good fishing this year. I think it's gonna roll over from last year. And what we saw up north, I mean, Ludington last year was lights out. It's the best fishing I've ever seen because not only were the numbers of fish good, I mean, we were having many days of double digits and 20 bite trips, but the fish were all big. So it was like the best of both worlds last year. I think it's going to be better this year, but it's hard to know. Year over, I mean, we get surprises sometimes. We have bigger fish that we didn't expect, and more fish than we expected, or less fish than we expected. But I think year over, I think this season's going to be good. I think the lake trout fishing will be the same. And I spend a fair amount of my time trout fishing, and obviously I love catching big kings and silver fish, but I think if you learn to trout fish, it increases the enjoyment when the king fishing's tough. So I'm excited about that too.
Especially the customers on boat with kids, Lakers, or trout fishing is great for the kids. A little easier to handle, especially with kids, reeling them in, and they can actually bring it in themselves most of the time then, and nice to see the smile on their face.
I think they love it. A lot of them.
Yeah, and it's tough with everybody asks. The charters always ask when they call, when's the best time to go? And it's like pretty much when the fish is biting. It's not, everything changes every year, and it's not where years ago you could say best time end of July all through August into September till the fish run. Every year staple there would be fish, but now, and it used to be where June was a slower fishery, and then now you can go out and catch in numbers in June and then you have disappointment in August sometimes. So it's just everything changes every year. It's tough to tell someone that this is going to be the good time of the year to fish now.
Yeah, one thing I will say is that, with larger boats, most charter boats for sure, it's not something you're throwing on a trailer and moving around. And also with the internet and social media, the amount of information about where the bite's at. Yeah. If you have a small boat, plan to take a trip maybe where you don't pick where you go till that week.
Yeah.
The week leading in, see where the bite's at, go give it a shot. Go find a local tackle shop, contact them. They're in the business to help you catch fish. So make sure that,
say
get a
even
hold of
going
those
down,
local guys.
even going downtown and just finding some of the local charter boats. I mean, everyone's usually pretty open to help somebody out or give them at least an idea of where to start.
Yeah.
We're all fishermen. I mean, people, if somebody comes up and asks, we'll give them honest information.
Yeah.
Be respectful, but yeah, absolutely. If somebody calls me or calls Jeremy, I'm sure they'll tell you what we're doing.
No problem.
I might also tell you, if you call me right now, I might also tell you, hey, run down to Michigan City or run down to St. Joe. But, the network is huge. But yeah, just ask, use it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, that being said too, when I started Captain's Roundtable, I was a little concerned, are people really going to want to talk about all of this stuff? And I have found hardly anyone that isn't willing to share information with you. So, some, you got some grumpy old captains and stuff, but they have good hearts. They're just big teddy bears. Well, not all of them, but a couple of them are. No, most of us are all very willing to share information. We want to see everyone be successful and everyone enjoy what we have. The Great Lakes have so much to offer, and we want you to enjoy what we enjoy.
I think to follow that up, I think we need to get the next generation of people to be interested in this and keep this thing going. So take your kids fishing, and if I think all of us would feel that way. Like, if we can help you, we're going to help you. Take your kid fishing. That's the key, is get the next generation of people ready to, out there to enjoy what we enjoy and understand the importance of what resource we have here.
Yeah. And understanding the resource and respecting the resource, but standing up for the resource too. And
for sure,
there's a lot of great organizations that you can become a part of and to help our fishery and help that resource continue on. So, yeah, well, there's a bunch of great information. We have a ton of big weenie products that I'm going to check out because I don't check them out enough. So I'm excited about that. But thank you guys for being on today. And I hope everybody out there got some great tips from these guys. Thank you to Bud Light and, of course, Captain Chuck's too, for all they do for us to keep this thing going. So get out there and enjoy those Great Lakes.